Have you heard of Kokabiel? If not, get ready for a fascinating journey. Imagine an angel whose story is intertwined with light and shadow, a celestial being who, in a moment of weakness, defied the heavens themselves. Kokabiel is not just a name in ancient books, he is a symbol of the internal struggle between good and evil, a figure whose fall resonates through the ages. But who exactly is Kokabiel? Known as the Star of God, he was one of the most respected angels in heaven, a leader among the luminous beings. His light shone brightly, inspiring many. However, like many stories of fallen angels, his is marked by an unexpected detour. The desire for power and the call of the earth seduced him, leading him to join other angels in a rebellion that would change the course of his existence. In this video, we'll delve into the mysteries surrounding Kokabiel. We'll explore his origin, discover the characteristics that made him so special, and understand the legacy he left behind. Throughout our journey, you'll see how he's not just a forgotten figure, but a reflection of the choices we all make, the battles we face internally. Stay with me until the end, because what you discover may surprise you. Kokabiel is not just an ancient story, it's a lesson in the complexities of human and heavenly nature. Are you ready to unravel the secrets of this fallen angel? Then let's explore the enigma of Kokabiel together and understand its impact on the beliefs and mythologies that shape our understanding of the spiritual world. Kokabiel, whose name means Star of God, is a fascinating figure mentioned in apocryphal texts such as the Book of Enoch. Imagine, for a moment, a being of light so radiant that its brilliance dazzled even the stars. That was the greatness of Kokabiel in his origins. He wasn't just an angel, he was a leader, a guardian who lit the way for others, guiding them with wisdom and protection. Kokabiel's position in heaven was of great importance. He was often associated with vigilance, charged with observing events on earth and maintaining order in the cosmos. Imagine him floating among the clouds, his majestic presence radiating a light that inspired confidence and security. The angels saw him as an example to be followed, and humans, even without knowing it, were touched by his influence. But what made Kokabiel stand out even more was his connection to enlightenment. He wasn't just an observer, he was a beacon of hope, bringing knowledge and clarity to those lost in the darkness. However, that same light that made him so admirable also planted the seeds of his downfall. Kokabiel's story is not just about his greatness. It is a narrative that explores how even the most luminous beings can be seduced by hidden desires and the quest for power. As we delve deeper into his story, you'll realize that Kokabiel is more than just a name in an ancient text. He represents the duality of existence, the struggle between light and shadow that we all face at some point. So get ready to discover how this star became one of history's most intriguing fallen angels. The story of Kokabiel's fall is as fascinating as it is tragic. In the midst of his greatness and luminosity, he found himself drawn to something irresistible, the dazzling beauty of the earth and the burning desire for power. Imagine a being who, until then, had lived in a world of light and harmony, beginning to look down on a realm full of color, emotion, and, why not, ambition. This attraction to everything earthly led him to unite with other angels who were also dissatisfied with their heavenly positions. Together, they formed an audacious rebellion against God, challenging the divine order. It was a quest for freedom and autonomy, but as we know, this quest came at a high cost. Kokabiel, once exalted, now became part of a movement that sought not only power, but also the truth about the nature of free will. The thrill of this rebellion was palpable, but the path was fraught with danger. The consequences of their fall were devastating. Kokabiel, now a fallen angel, lost his heavenly position and all the light that had once surrounded him. He became a dark figure, a shadow of what he once was. Imagine the sadness and despair of a being who had been a beacon of hope, now becoming a symbol of betrayal and downfall. The light he once radiated has been replaced by darkness, and the beauty of the earth that attracted him has become a spiritual prison. This transition is not just a narrative of loss, it is a powerful reminder of the pitfalls of ambition and the risks of straying from the path. As we continue to explore Kokabiel's life, ask yourself, what drives such a lofty being to make choices that change his destiny forever? Kokabiel's story is a reflection on the fragility of light and the challenges we all face along our journey. Kokabiel's legacy is profound and multifaceted, reflecting not only his story of the fall, but also his lasting impact on beliefs and narratives throughout the centuries. In demonology, Kokabiel is considered one of the most powerful fallen angels. His figure is often associated with astrology, evoking the idea that he not only observes the stars, but also influences their energies and destinies. Imagine the scene, an entity that once shone brightly in the sky, now manipulating the threads of the cosmos, representing the eternal conflict between light and darkness. Kokabiel's connection with the stars makes him an intriguing figure for those who study the influence of the stars on human life. He symbolizes the forces that can guide us or lead us astray, depending on how we choose to deal with these energies. This duality attracts many scholars and practitioners who seek to understand how celestial forces shape our lives, and Kokabiel has become a focal point in this quest. In addition to his relevance in demonology, Kokabiel has also found a place in the arts and popular culture. He appears in various literary works, films and games, reflecting an ongoing fascination with his tragic and complex narrative. Think of how his story resonates with universal themes of ambition, downfall and redemption, which are easily recognizable and identifiable. Each new interpretation of Kokabiel serves to reimagine his motivations and the consequences of his actions, keeping his legacy alive and relevant. Throughout history, the figure of Kokabiel has been a source of inspiration and reflection, inviting us to ponder the choices we make and their repercussions. Why does this story continue to capture our imagination? What can we learn from its lessons about power and responsibility? As we explore more about Kokabiel, prepare to be amazed by the connections he draws between the heavenly and the earthly, between the heroic and the tragic. The story of Kokabiel offers us profound and pertinent lessons that still resonate in our modern lives. His fall warns us of the dangers of unbridled ambition and disobedience. When Kokabiel allowed himself to be seduced by beauty and power, he not only betrayed his heavenly position, but also exchanged light for shadow, a choice that changed his destiny forever. This transition is a powerful reminder that all of us, at some point, face choices that can lead us down unexpected and dangerous paths. The duality between light and shadow that Kokabiel embodies is a struggle that exists within each of us. We all have moments when we are guided by the light of reason and compassion, as well as those when the shadow of ambition and desire tempts us to stray from our true purpose. To reflect on the story of Kokabiel is to recognize that the struggle between good and evil is not just a mythological theme, it is an everyday reality. It invites us to question, how far would we go for power? And what would be the consequences of our choices? Furthermore, Kokabiel's story resonates strongly with contemporary spiritual beliefs. In a world where many are searching for answers to life's uncertainties, Kokabiel's narrative offers a space to explore these fundamental questions. How can we understand the struggle between good and evil in our lives? How can the quest for power and recognition lead us to lose what is most precious? These reflections are crucial, especially in an age when spirituality is reinterpreted in many ways. Many are still trying to understand the challenges they face, and the figure of Kokabiel, with his complexity and tragedy, serves as a mirror for our own experiences. By considering her story, we are invited to examine our own paths, to reflect on our ambitions and to seek a balance between the light and the shadow that resides within us. So, as we explore more about Kokabiel, remember that her journey is, in a way, our own, full of choices and consequences. As we come to the end of our journey through Kokabiel's story, it's impossible not to reflect on the depth of his narrative and the impact it can have on our lives. This fallen angel, whose journey began on heavenly heights, is a symbol of the internal struggle we all face, the battle between light and shadow, desire and duty. His story reminds us that even the most radiant beings can succumb to temptation, and this begs the question, how can we avoid the same mistakes on our own path? Kokabiel is not just a mythological character, he represents each of us in our daily struggles. We all face moments when the desire for power or recognition can distract us from what really matters. What happens when we get carried away by these temptations? What can we learn from Kokabiel's fall? As we reflect on these questions, we are encouraged to seek a path that values the light within us, even in the face of the shadows that may surround us. This story provokes us to think about the consequences of our choices. Every decision we make has the power to shape our destiny, and Kokabiel's lessons remind us that true strength lies in our ability to remain true to ourselves and our principles. As we navigate through life, may we find courage in the midst of uncertainty and persevere in the pursuit of what is right, even when the path seems dark. And as we look at the contemporary world, where spirituality is a constant quest, Kokabiel's story resonates with the reality of many. At a time when people are searching for meaning and purpose, his journey invites us to consider how we can turn our own downfalls into opportunities for growth and learning. The struggle between good and evil is not just an external battle, it is a struggle that takes place within each of us. As I close this video, I invite you to take Kokabiel's lessons with you. May his story inspire continued reflection on your own choices and the impact they have on your life and the lives of others. After all, we all have a bit of Kokabiel inside us, a spark of light that struggles to shine through the darkness. May we learn from her journey, honoring the light that guides us and facing the shadows with courage and wisdom. And so, everyone, we have reached the end of our journey through the intriguing world of Kokabiel. I hope you were as captivated as I was by this story full of light, shadow, and valuable lessons. Now I want to know, what did you think of this narrative? How do you see the struggle between good and evil in your own life? Leave your comment below, because your opinion is very important to us. If you liked this video, don't forget to like it. It helps us to keep bringing you content that you love. And of course, subscribe to the channel and activate the notification bell so you don't miss any of our next adventures. We have many other fascinating topics to explore together. And while you're here, take the time to check out the videos that are popping up on your screen. They're full of intriguing information and stories that will further enrich your spiritual journey. Thank you so much for watching to the end. Your presence makes all the difference. Stay with us, and let's explore more mysteries of the universe together. See you next time.